Hey you guys, thanks for tuning in to my channel. I am just kind of doing some planning for the new school year, looking over some of our curriculum and a bunch of our new stuff. And I wanted to show you what we are using this year for high school. So this year we have a 12th grader and we have a 10th grader. So after this year, I will be down to 2 students. I can't hardly believe it. This is our 16th year of homeschooling. I have one child that has already graduated and he's 21. And now my second son is just about 18 and he will be going into his senior year in the fall. And then my daughter is going into her 10th grade year. High school goes so fast. So I'm going to show you what we're using for my high schoolers, but just a quick side note, this has nothing to do with curriculum, but I think that sometimes when we're planning our new homeschool year, we get really fixated on what are we using? Do we have all of our I's dotted and our T's crossed and all the things? And it's really easy to get really focused on the academic side of things and forget about what do they actually need for life as high schoolers, and how we could make a class out of it? How are we making sure that we still have that family fabric intact and we're not, farming everything out so that there's no time at home? And so these are all things that I've really thought through. This year we're doing, it's not really a co-op, it's kind of a, so my 12th grader is going to be doing some, we call them in Minnesota PSEO classes, and they are college classes for high schoolers that you can take essentially for free. And so we're going to do some of those. And so when I go through our list of curriculum, what we're using, I'll kind of point out what's what. And some things are going to be in the spring and some things are going to be in the fall. So it looks like we're doing a lot, and we are doing a lot, but just keep in mind that they're not all going to be all year long classes. And then there are some classes that I have still chosen for my 10th and my 12th grader to do together. Just because I think that's important and they can experience some of these classes together. And also, we are going to start our day together like we have from the beginning. And we start with a family meeting, kind of just like a morning meeting. We talk about our day, we do Bible together, we sometimes talk about current events and all the things. And so I'm going to do a separate video for my 5th grader. And I will talk more in depth about what we're doing for our morning meeting in that one. But just so you know, when I'm going through this list of curriculum and as you're planning your high school years with your kids, just keep that in mind, at the forefront of your mind. Actually, this is way more important than academics. Think about what they need for life, how you can apply that to a class or how you can create a class. Do you have a child that really has no clue how to cook or bake? Make that into a home ec class or cooking and baking class 101 or something like that. And every day, or, you can make a class out of really anything. Do you have a kid that has a big interest in, mechanics, like working on cars? Could you somehow create a class for him with that in mind so that you're teaching them things that are useful for life? I think that a lot of things that I learned in school, I just remember thinking, like, when will I ever use this? And for the most part, I haven't. And so that was a lot of wasted time. And so you don't want to waste time. And the other thing is relationships. And I know a lot of homeschoolers talk about this, but I'm going to just add my own 2 cents, is that as your kids get older, they're going to be kind of like, peeling away from you a little bit, which is good and normal. And, they're going to be more gravitating towards their friends, which is good. And we want them to have good friends. But just remember to keep that family fabric intact and plan things that you're doing throughout the week as a family when everybody's together, so that you kind of keep all of that intact, even though everybody's getting a little bit busier. Just because high school, as soon as they hit 9th grade, I think that the time just accelerates like crazy fast. And so my mom always used to tell me this when my kids were young, just wait until they get to high school. It goes so fast, like just drink it in. And so that's something that I really try to do, is just focus on the present and just focus on what we're doing, so that, you know, we don't lose the important stuff in the academics. And academics is important, but it's not the most important. And we homeschool so that we can have more time as a family. So just keep that in the forefront of your mind as I'm going through all the things that we're using for curriculum this year, that it is very fun to talk about, but it's also secondary. With that, we're gonna get started. I'm gonna show you their course of study right off the bat. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna show you guys is that I'm gonna be looking down at this handy dandy little printout that I have. This is part of my Forever Planner, and I will have that in the link to this video. So if you wanna check that out, there's dozens and dozens of handy planner sheets like this. So this is the course of study. This is how every single year how I keep track of what my kids are going to be using for each of their subjects. So this one's for my son. So each of my kids has one of these, and then this one's for my son. The subject goes down here, and then across the top is the topics covered, the resource that we're going to use, the company that we're getting it from, and the price, and if I've purchased it or not. And all of these should be checked off because everything is purchased. But anyway, this is what I'm going to be looking down on to remind myself of what we're using. And then I have one for each of my kids here. And this is going to go back and forth a little bit just because my son and daughter are both using some of the same things. So I'm going to grab my stack here and just go down the stack. And so I'm going to kind of swap back and forth between 10th and 12th grade, but I will make sure that we are clear on that. So I think maybe what I will do first is show you what just my 10th grader is going to use. Maybe that would be a little bit more organized. So I'm going to flip to her page. So for my 10th grader, this is what she's using for math. We're doing geometry this year. Then the other thing that we're using is these mind benders. These we use every year. I have lots of these books that I use kind of for whatever age. This one is for high school, or maybe 7th through 12th it says, but these are really great to kind of start the day. We use those a lot. And then this is a company that we've used their logic books, but we've never actually used their math books. So this one, we'll see how this goes. So for English, for her English credit, she's going to be using a couple of things. So I'm going to start with this one. This is spelling workout. I don't typically do spelling with my high schoolers, but my daughter said that she just feels, I think she's actually a really good speller, but she was just feeling a little bit like she needed to brush up on some of her spelling. So I was like, I will get you a spelling workbook. And this one is a really good one. It's just very basic, you know, just your weekly spelling list. Look, here is the spelling list for the week, and then activities to do throughout the week to kind of instill those words. And then, so there's, you know, practice throughout the week, and then you can take a test on Friday. So pretty basic. So she'll be doing that. And then I will also be kind of having her do a writer's comp. And I'm going to be having her use this. This is figurative speaking. We have used this before. It's really good. It talks about different literary terms. So I will probably pull some ideas from this for, you know, writing projects. And then this is another really good resource. This is Writing in Increments, or Research in Increments, sorry. A step-by-step guide to writing research papers from a Christian perspective. And this is just a really easy way to teach your kids writing composition. And they can do as many or as little, you know, projects that you want them to do, writing projects. And it has in the back a day-by-day lesson plan if you choose to use it. This is what my 10th grader is going to be using for her English. Sticking with my 10th grader, the next thing on the list is what she's using for science, and she is doing Apologia's high school biology. And actually, I think both of my older kids did this course as well, but they did it through a co-op. And the way I'm going to have my daughter do it is she's going to do it through Apologia on their website a self-paced course. So all the lectures and everything is online. And so she will do it through that. I have a full review on my website if you want to go check that out with pictures of kind of a peek inside. There's a video review on that as well. And then this is the journal, which I think is so beneficial for the Apologia Science courses. Notes, lab sheets, all the things are in here that they will need. Placed for vocabulary words and all of this stuff. So that is what she is doing for science. Next thing that I'm going to show you guys is some things that they're going to be doing together because they're all on the computer. So I got to grab my computer and kind of show you what that looks like. We're going to be doing 3 courses, 1 English course, 1 foreign language course, and 1 social studies course, history course, whatever you want to call it. And they're doing all 3 of these courses on Compass Classroom. And I have been really impressed with Compass Classroom in the past. They have amazing courses for high school. And again, you can find the links to all of these. Each of these courses has like a teacher book or a guidebook that I have sent to a homeschool printing company to have printed, and I just haven't gotten them yet. So they should be here soon. And so they're not just online. I don't love to have this many online classes, to be honest. I like the book, but it does help me to be able to have them still at home and not running around all over the place at co-ops and whatever. It's much more cost efficient than co-ops, and it gives them a chance to do classes together, and it also takes something off my plate. So, you know, it's just kind of one of those things you have to balance. So I'm going to grab my computer and I'm going to show you kind of what each of these courses looks like and what each of them are. All right, so here I am in the Compass Classroom like forum or, you know, dashboard or whatever. And these are my courses. Economics for Everybody we did last year, and that's just something that I have now. So if I want my other kids to use it, they can use it as well. And so let's start over here on the left. My high schoolers are going to be doing British and world history, or world literature, sorry. And so the lectures are in here with then the assignments as well. And then skipping over here, they're doing History 3 with David Raymond, and it's called Antiquity. And then the third thing that they're going to be doing is Visual Latin. So I'm just going to click on one of these so you guys can see what it kind of looks like inside the course. Super straightforward. You can go to their website and you can watch a preview. There's one right here. You can go and watch this on their website. And then if you scroll down, you can see, let's see, all of the different lessons here. So like if I just click on one, you can see there are videos, there are reading assignments. Here's another video, and then this is a Bible reading assignment, and then another video. And then the other thing that I really was excited about with this course is that they are going to be also creating a portfolio. So you can see right here that this is going to walk them through how to make it. So there are 26 letters, there's or lessons, there's a course certificate at the end, tons of videos. It looks really, really good. We haven't done this yet, so I can't say for sure if we love it or not, but I have really, really enjoyed their other courses that we have done through them. So, and you can see this is just, okay, no, these are mine again, sorry. Okay, and then visual, so the British and world literature will be another English credit. The history will be their social studies or history credit. And then the visual Latin is their foreign language credit. So kind of the same thing. There's 30 lessons, and then assignments, quizzes are all in here. And then also I should mention that you can get a premium membership where you just pay monthly. And I think you actually get access to like all of their online courses, which is huge. So maybe that's something that you feel like is worth it. I purchased these individually. So anyway, that is a look at what my high schoolers are going to be doing together. All right, so before I move on to my senior, I'm going to wrap up my sophomore. So I shared what she's doing individually. I shared what they're going to be doing together. But there is one more thing that they're going to be doing together, and I will show you what that is. So this is the curriculum, and this has like quizzes, tests, notes, things like that, which is really a good thing for this kind of course. I really appreciate it because it really pulls questions out of what they're reading in the material. And then there's 3 volumes to this, and this is World Religions and Cults. So I will just tell you, well, maybe not. Maybe it's too hard to. Okay, so here we go. The first volume is Counterfeits of Christianity. The second volume is Moralistic, Mythical, and Mysticism Religions. And then the volume 3 is Atheistic and Humanistic Religions. So I'm not going to unfold it right now because it's really huge, but this set of books also came with this big poster, which I'm excited to put up because it is a really interesting poster. You can see that online. And then, so I'll be doing that with actually alongside with them. So that's a course that I'll be kind of hands-on with them because I think it'll be really interesting material as well as just a good conversation to have with the kids. So we're going to be doing that a couple of times a week together. I'll be reading it to them or they'll be reading it to each other. And then we'll discuss it via the worksheets in the teacher's guide or the curriculum. And so those are the things that they're going to be doing together. Now, one more thing that I was going to share. Well, you know what? I'm going to pause that and I'm going to go to my son who's going to be a senior. And he is going to be doing the Latin that I showed you in Compass Classroom. He's going to be doing the world religion with my 10th grader. He's going to be doing the British and world literature on Compass Classroom. And he's going to be doing the antiquity study on Compass Classroom as well. So those 4, they're going to kind of be doing together. And then he's going to be doing 3, maybe 4. We're still trying to decide on that 4th one, PSEO or college courses. So keep in mind, like I said at the beginning, some of these are going to be just in the fall and some are just going to be in the spring. So they're not going to all be all year long. So just keep that in mind. But he's going to be doing college algebra and he's going to be doing college writing and research. And he's going to be doing an intro to leadership class. And I should note, by the way, we still don't know if he's going to go to college or not, but he's getting a few credits now and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so one last thing that I was going to mention about my high schoolers. I have somebody looking for a book in the corner there. But the one last thing that I was going to tell you about my high schoolers is something that we are trying this year. I have not done this. I didn't do this with my oldest, but we are trying it. Is we're going to do some CLEP testing. So this stands for College Level Examination Program. And basically what this is now this is limited. It's not like any class that you could ever think of for college is included in CLEP tests, but there's a lot. So you can go, you can search it, you can find the website and you can go see what all the courses are that are covered under CLEP. But basically these are kind of general classes that your kid can, if they go through the course in your homeschool, chances are they're going to know enough of the information that they could pass a college test to basically test out of that course. So they still get the college credit for it. They pay, I think, $100 for the course or for the test. And then they have the college credit for it and they don't have to take it again in college. Now, a couple things. It's some colleges won't accept a CLEP credit, but most of them will. So the other thing that's really great about CLEP tests is that, you know, if you take a college course as a high schooler, that's on your permanent record through whatever college that you take it through. So if your child does really poorly, then they might have a not so great college transcript before they even get to college. But with the CLEP test, it is that, you know, it's a pass-fail situation. You don't get a grade. You do get the credit, but you don't get like, you know, an A, B, C, or D. So that's another kind of cool thing that, you know, if they fail, they fail. It's not like a huge deal. You're out $100 or about that. So anyway, we are going to try this with a few of these courses that they're doing this year. One of them is the world religion class. Another one is the British literature class. And then a third one is biology with my 10th grader. We're going to try it. We're going to try it, see how it goes. So that is what my high schoolers are using this year. And let me know in the comments if you have any questions or comments. So thanks for tuning in today. If you like this video, subscribe, and also keep your eye out for this one's curriculum roundup as well, which is coming soon for 5th grade.